Teddy kids, have you read our Teddy book, Will and Emma Meet the Teddy Scientists? Teddy researchers wrote that book to describe type 1 diabetes and your risk for getting diabetes. Most Teddy kids will not develop diabetes, but we think it's important you know what diabetes is and how it is treated. Then you can understand more about your very important job being in the Teddy study and helping scientists discover clues to what causes type 1 diabetes. So what is type 1 diabetes? Our body has trillions of cells working day and night to keep us healthy. These cells have different jobs depending on where they are in our body. Cells need energy to work, and that energy comes from a molecule called glucose. We get glucose from the food we eat. In order for our cells to use the glucose, insulin is needed. Insulin is a hormone made in the pancreas and helps the cell to open so the glucose can get inside. It works like the way you open the gas cap on a car to fill it with fuel. People with type 1 diabetes don't make insulin. Without insulin to open the cells, glucose builds up in the blood and the cells don't have energy. Before they know they have diabetes, people often feel very tired. The high level of glucose in their blood, also called high blood sugar, causes them to be very thirsty and pee a lot. Once the doctor finds out a person has diabetes, they can feel better by replacing the insulin their bodies don't make. They take insulin through shots or an insulin pump. People with diabetes must check their blood sugar level often. This blood sugar test helps them decide how much insulin they need through the pump or an insulin shot, or if they need to eat a snack. It's important for people with type 1 diabetes that their blood sugar doesn't get too low or too high. Once a person has type 1 diabetes, they must manage their blood sugar every day of their lives. However, this doesn't mean they have to limit the type of activities they do or sports they play. Let's meet two kids with type 1 diabetes to learn more.
My name is John, and I've had diabetes for 3 or 4 years. I'm 12 right now. I have a pump, so it's not that hard. I use my pump, and then sometimes when I'm like high, I use my insulin shots, and I used to be on insulin shots for a while. But then, when I'm low, I just have a juice and stuff like that. When I first found out that I had diabetes, I was kind of shocked, but I was in a lot of studies, so it wasn't like right there, and then I had to go to the hospital like other kids, but it was more subtle, and I was still in a honeymoon phase for a little bit, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I usually check my blood sugar probably like 3 to 5 times, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then sometimes in between for snack. Sometimes I have to check it like in the middle of the night, like 10 o'clock or 3 in the morning, and come downstairs and just have like a juice or something. For activities, I do soccer, skiing, I like to run. I've run a couple races and stuff, and I just play outside a lot with my friends. How I feel about having diabetes now feels like it's not that big of a deal. It's kind of a side thing. It doesn't take away from living a good life.
My name is Sophie, and I have had diabetes for 9 years this week. I treat my diabetes with an insulin pump. So that's how I give myself the insulin that I need. I have a blood meter, which I prick my finger to tell me what my blood sugar is. Having diabetes is challenging because you have to give yourself the right amount of insulin or the right amount of sugar, or else you'll be like really low or really high. Diabetes never stops me from doing what I want. I am a goalie on a very competitive soccer team, and last season we ranked first in the state in our league. I also play saxophone, and I'm teaching myself how to play Take 5 to play as a duet with my band teacher for our spring concert. This is my sister Jackie. She's been participating in Teddy ever since she was born, and I want to thank her because while participating in Teddy, she helps the Teddy researchers find what causes diabetes and possibly a cure for it.
Thanks for joining us today to learn a little more about type 1 diabetes. Join us next time when we learn about why insulin disappears and how Teddy is searching for clues to solve the mystery of why some kids get diabetes and not others. We want to thank you for participating in the TEDdy study. We couldn't do this important research without you.